If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. In a stunning twist that has the NFL world buzzing with disbelief, rumors are swirling that the Cleveland Browns have pulled off a shocking trade, sending their star running back Nick Chubb to the Carolina Panthers. If true, this move is bound to send shockwaves throughout the league. The Browns, a team long considered to be on the cusp of breaking into true championship contention, may have just made one of the boldest and most controversial decisions in recent franchise history. Nick Chubb, a powerhouse in the backfield and a symbol of grit and consistency, has been a cornerstone of the Browns' offense for years. Trading him away, especially to a team like the Panthers, raises countless questions about Cleveland's long-term vision. Is this a sign of a total offensive overhaul, or perhaps a desperate attempt to reshape the roster in light of cap concerns or internal disagreements? While nothing has been confirmed officially by either team, insiders close to the situation suggest that serious talks have taken place and that the framework for a deal has already been laid out. This isn't just another rumor drifting through the ether. This has legs. And if it comes to fruition, the ramifications could be seismic for both franchises involved. From Carolina's perspective, the acquisition of Nick Chubb would be nothing short of monumental. The Panthers have been in search of a true offensive identity since the departure of Christian McCaffrey. And despite efforts to patch together a competent ground game, nothing has truly clicked. The addition of a back like Chubb, who combines raw power with elite vision and breakaway speed, would instantly elevate their offense to a new tier. Sources say that Carolina brass has been quietly pursuing a high-profile running back for months, and Nick Chubb was reportedly at the top of their wish list. If the deal includes draft picks, young talent, or both, it shows just how serious the Panthers are about winning now, not later. The move would also signal a massive shift in how Carolina plans to build around their young quarterback, providing him with a reliable weapon who can take pressure off the passing game and control the tempo of a contest. If Chubb does end up donning a Panthers jersey, the NFC South just got a whole lot more interesting and a lot more competitive. What makes this potential trade even more compelling is the timing. Just as training camps are set to begin and teams look to finalize their rosters, this kind of blockbuster shakeup feels almost surreal. Why would Cleveland make such a drastic move? Now, one theory gaining traction is that Chubb's recent injury. History has the Browns front office worried about long-term durability. Though Chubb has been remarkably productive, when healthy, the wear and tear on a running back in today's NFL cannot be overstated. Perhaps the Browns saw this as the last opportunity to get maximum value in return before the potential of another injury season diminished his stock. There's also the financial angle. Cleveland may be looking to free up cap space to address other roster concerns, particularly on the defensive side. Trading Chubb might open the door to signing key free agents or extending younger players. It's a cold, business-first approach, but one that NFL front offices are increasingly embracing in today's cutthroat environment. Still, for fans, the emotional weight of losing a player like Chubb can't be dismissed lightly. It would feel like saying goodbye to the heart and soul of their offense. For Nick Chubb himself, the prospect of moving to Carolina represents both a fresh start and a significant challenge. He's never been one for the spotlight or drama, but make no mistake, Chubb is a competitor through and through. If this trade materializes, it places him in a very different environment with a new offensive scheme, a younger core, and an entirely new set of expectations. But Chubb has always thrived in situations where he's doubted or underestimated. Joining the Panthers could give him an opportunity to reestablish himself as one of the league's top backs, especially if he's fully healthy. Imagine the possibilities in Carolina: a rejuvenated offensive line, a coaching staff eager to utilize him in both the running and passing game, and a fan base hungry for a superstar. Chubb would walk into a leadership role, almost immediately setting the tone in the locker room and serving as the example for a young developing team. And let's not forget, this is a guy who, when locked in, can change the outcome of a game on a single carry. Carolina might just be the perfect setting for it. Chubb resurgence. Insiders are now speculating about what kind of return the Browns would demand in such a high-profile trade. One name that keeps popping up is Panthers edge rusher Brian Burns. Could the Browns be eyeing a defensive playmaker in exchange for their offensive juggernaut? It's not out of the question. Cleveland has long been rumored to want more help. Rushing the passer and Burns, a dynamic force off the edge, would fit the bill perfectly. Alternatively, the trade could center around premium draft capital, perhaps including a first-round pick and additional assets. That kind of haul would certainly justify the departure of a player as impactful as CHUBB. There's even chatter about a package deal that could involve multiple players and picks, further complicating the already tantalizing web of speculation. Whatever the case, the Browns aren't letting CHUBB go for peanuts. If this trade is happening, it's because Cleveland sees a tangible and immediate benefit on the other side. But still, fans will wonder, is any return truly enough to make up for? Losing one of the best running backs of this generation, the ripple effects of a CHUBB trade would stretch far beyond Cleveland and Carolina. Across the league, coaches and general managers would be forced to reevaluate their own running back situations. Teams in the AFC North in particular would be paying close attention. After all, CHUBB has been a thorn in the side of division rivals for years. If he's suddenly out of the picture, it changes the entire complexion of the Browns' offense and shifts the balance of power in the division. Meanwhile, NFC South opponents would have to game plan for a rejuvenated Panthers rushing attack led by one of the league's most consistent producers. Fantasy football players would also be scrambling, wondering how the change in teams and offensive schemes might impact CHUBB's numbers. Analysts and pundits would dissect every aspect of the trade, how it affects locker rooms, playoff hopes, even head coach job security. This isn't just a player-for-player swap. This is a potential franchise-altering decision, and the sheer unpredictability of it all only adds to the drama. If this is the calm before the storm, fans everywhere better buckle up. Enjoying the content? So far, smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Even if this trade doesn't ultimately go through, the very fact that it's being seriously discussed says a lot about the current state of the NFL. No player, no matter how beloved or productive, is immune from the harsh realities of the business side of football. The Browns have to think not just about this season, but about the future of the franchise over the next 5 years. If they believe the moving CHUBB now sets them up better long term, whether that means accumulating picks, developing younger players, or reallocating cap space, they'll pull the trigger. The Panthers, on the other hand, appear desperate to rebrand themselves as more than just a rebuilding team. They want to win, and they want to win now. Bringing in a player like CHUBB isn't just a personnel move, it's a statement of intent. It tells fans, competitors, and the entire league that Carolina's done playing the waiting game. They're ready to invest in proven talent and change their narrative. Whether that's the right move remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure. If this trade happens, we'll be talking about it for years. Of course, not everyone is on board with this potential deal. Social media exploded the moment the rumor surfaced, with fans on both sides voicing strong opinions. Brown supporters are largely outraged, calling the move short-sighted and unnecessary. Many believe that CHUBB still has several elite seasons left in him, and that trading him now would be akin to waving a white flag. Panthers fans, meanwhile, are cautiously optimistic, but worry about the cost. Giving up high draft picks or a defensive star for a running back, even one as talented as CHUBB, could backfire if injuries or scheme fit become issues. Analysts are divided, with some calling the move a smart chess play and others likening it to a desperate gamble. As always, hindsight will be the ultimate judge, but for now, the court of public opinion is very much in session. Emotions are running high, takes are flying, and the speculation refuses to die down. And in many ways, that's what makes the NFL so compelling. Every rumor, every possibility carries with it the weight of entire seasons and careers. So what happens next? That's the million-dollar question. Will we see an official announcement in the coming days? Or will this rumor fizzle out like so many before it? Both teams are staying tight-lipped, which only adds fuel to the fire. Usually when rumors of this magnitude leak, there's at least a kernel of truth involved. Maybe talks have stalled. Maybe another team has entered the fray hoping to outbid the Panthers. Maybe CHUBB himself has been consulted and is weighing in behind the scenes. Or maybe it's all smoke and mirrors, part of a larger strategy by one or both franchises. Regardless, the NFL media cycle thrives on this kind of intrigue, and fans wouldn't have it any other way. Until we get a definitive answer, every little piece of information will be dissected, interpreted, and debated endlessly. Is Chubb really on the move, or are we being played by a masterclass in misdirection? That uncertainty is what keeps the league in the headlines even in the offseason. Whatever the outcome, Nick Chubb's name will be linked to the Panthers for the foreseeable future. Whether it's as their new franchise back or as the one who almost was the connection has been made and it's not going away anytime soon. For now, both fan bases wait with bated breath, hoping for clarity, dreading the worst, and daring to dream about what could be. If the trade happens, it will reshape two teams and potentially alter the course of the next NFL season. If it doesn't, the speculation will live on, maybe as motivation for Chubb, maybe as a cautionary tale about the fragility of NFL loyalty. Either way, the NFL world is watching closely. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!